Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for June 3rd, 2024. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Happy Monday, everyone. Before we get to the charts, I do want to remind you to go to pivotboss.com/profits. The summer flash sale for Swing Trade Pro 2.0 is live. 29% off, the best deal you can get right now for Swing Trade Pro 2.0. The training is amazing. On-demand video training already available for you. 135-page Swing Trade Pro 2.0 PDF, which includes 10 trading blueprints. These blueprints detail all the major information you need to know about finding and trading opportunities in any market and in any time frame, not just from a swing trading perspective. Right now, if you act by the June 11th deadline, you'll also receive a free month of our premium trading room subscription as well. And for those of you who are already members, you know that we have our live sessions coming up June 12th to June 18th. Here's our live training schedule here. Basically, this schedule right here is going to help us identify opportunities and use our new option spread blueprints as well. So option spread blueprints to go along with the trading setups that are already in the blueprints. So again, a lot of training coming up here very soon. There's already on-demand trading right now, so if you jump into this offer right away, you'll already begin training ahead of next week's live sessions. All right, let's go ahead and get to the charts. If you take a look here at the ES, there was a ton of selling pressure the previous week. Began the week with a failed new high and a drop to new lows. And then late in the last hour of the day, the last hour of the week, really the last 20 to 30 minutes of the session of the week here, we saw a tremendous rally step into the market. It's a huge rally from the lows that brought us all the way back up to the 5,300 level, leaving behind a strong low, very strong low, a very strong pivot low here. You'll notice we have new higher value relationship here with the pivot range, and the 5,200 level right there is the previous month's midpoint. It's also the lows here from Friday's session. That's going to be a very important pivot here heading into the new month of trading. Because we have been in mostly kind of a trading range, a large form trading range market here, the midpoint of the previous month can be a breakout or breakdown point. And so again, if we do come into this zone and break down here, it would open up the lower half of the trading range. Now, as of right now, we're back at the center here between two major extremes, your major day one rejection, and then you got your major extreme pivot edge on the other side of the range. So that really helps to mark a current near-term trading range right here. And we could be looking at further range-bound action within that range before a breakout occurs. Now, we do have major economic data here later on this week, including non-farm payrolls. That's going to be important, so the market could see some late week action this week here. Starting on a Monday, we do have ISM manufacturing PMI, ISM manufacturing prices. On Tuesday, JOLTS jobs openings here. Wednesday, ADP non-farm employment change, including the ISM non-manufacturing PMI, crude oil inventory. So a ton of data here to come out this week, but non-farm payrolls on a Friday is going to be the most important, and that could provide some late week action. As of right now, we do have a very narrow range heading into the RTH Open. This range is just 47% of ADR, 23 points of range total. So if we bring the ADR indicator to 1, you'll see right here 47% of ADR, just 23 points. So a very narrow range as of right now. And one thing to keep an eye on will be the previous session's high. If we have a box up here and we start to fall back below the previous session's high / close, 5,300, that could open up a bit of a fade after trend day back down. So keep an eye on that 5,300, 5,290 zone here, as it could open up a little bit of weakness if we start to push back into the range. All right, taking a look here at the NQ. Let's look at the NQ here. The NQ, similar rally on Friday. Tremendous rally. This market was sitting on the lows for much of the day, and then late Again, in the last half of the last hour of the week, we saw this rally take place, throwing off a strong tail as well. Big wick reversal being thrown off right here. That wick reversal came right at the previous month's midpoint. Again, the midpoint's going to be very important. It could be a level that if it's broken here, it's going to open up some downside up ahead, and we return to the lower FOMC key levels. Now, keep an eye again on the previous week's high price here. A rejection could open up a return back to the midpoint. This week, that midpoint of Friday's range is going to be very important, especially early today and tomorrow. That's the 454, 455 level, 18,455, which is basically the previous quarter's close. If you start to fail through there over the next day or two, that could really tear into this tail here, and that could open up new lows up ahead. As of right now, again, we have a strong pivot high, a strong pivot low. This could be our trading range for a little while here, again, unless price takes out that 455 level early in the week. All right, let's take a look here at crude oil. Crude down about 1/4% right now. For the most part, this thing has seen a flawless expanding range develop. We talked about that expanding range last week. We were looking for a move to 80, looking for a fade back into the range at 79, and then across the range towards 76. We got a perfect flawless move. We're still developing that expanding range now. And if you look here, again, the upper boundary of that range is there. The lower boundary of the range is here. This is your previous month's low, right at 76.15. And the idea is we likely get a test at that edge early this week. Likely today. If not today, tomorrow. You likely get a test at the edge. Maybe drop down to 75.50, 75.75. And then you're going to look for a rotation back up within the range. Back towards 79. And maybe even across the range toward the top of the expanding range at 81. This could be a 76 to 81 type of move this week. So basically an inverse of what happened last week. Last week was an inverted check mark down. This week could be a check mark higher within the range. So again, looking for price to take out that black line there, looking for a reaction or a rejection, and then bringing the price back to the middle of the range, 79s and VWAP, and then perhaps across the range to new highs. That's the idea here heading into the week for crude oil. Looking at gold futures, gold has kind of been stuck at the middle of this range. We've talked about this before. Not the easiest spot to do business here for gold at the moment. Stuck right at the center of this larger D-shaped profile. The major edges are here and down here, and right now we're stuck right at the center. That means there could be more chop around the center before a big move occurs. If we did drop, that drop could be a great fade opportunity back up and across the range. So again, if we were to see some selling pressure here, maybe we take out 2280. That could be an opportunity to fade it back up the range. As of right now, still trending up, but stuck at the center of the range. Looking at the YM right now, big time rally on Friday. Now, this one did not really participate in the selling pressure like ES and NQ did. This one didn't even go outside day down. Couldn't really put together a lot of selling pressure. Instead, turned around, rallied tremendously into the close. Big surprise rally. And now after that big trade day up, big trending move higher, we're getting a little bit of a fade after trend day. Bit of a thrust reversal sell pattern here. That could lead to a little bit of a fade back into the previous session's range. We have a bunch of wide-ranging price action here. The most recent was down, and we came within 1 point, one tiny point, of the FOMC key level from May. That was our target when we started to sell down. 38.110 is the low, that key level, and last week's low, 38.111. Missed it by 1 point, but for all intents and purposes, it has gone bid again. Very, very strong at the moment. Sitting around year-to-date VWAP right now. The key level to get back above here is that 38.8, and we're right on top of it right now. So if it's going to continue to extend to the upside, you got to push through 38.8 and maintain the acceptance above that level. If not, we could be fading back down and looking for a double dip move back toward recent lows. 37.800 could be the next downside target. A quick look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin building energy and could be beginning to release it now. Big buildup of energy here, about 10 to 12,000 points of range built up here. This is after a recent squeeze, and at the moment up about 3.5%. If this market can hang on to this breakout move here, we could be beginning a path of much higher moves up ahead. The low of the breakout move as of right now is 68,070, so plus 12, that puts you to 80,000. Is this market moving toward 80,000 up ahead? So again, a lot of compression here. The last time we had compression was here. We were looking for about 10,000 points. It got 11,000. This time around, similar compression, 10 to 12,000 points could be ahead. So again, we could be working our way higher toward 80 up ahead, especially if this breakout is true. Taking a look here at Ethereum, this one's up about 1.33% at the moment. This one is still stuck within its narrow range here. This range has about 1,000 points of energy built up. No breakout just yet, and again, still awaiting approval of potential spot ETFs out of this one, which could lead to a continuation to the upside up ahead. As of right now, if we were to get one good strong pullback or shakeout into the higher value pivot range, that could provide a tremendous buying opportunity for a squeeze to the upside. Could be looking at a move, again, 1,000 points off the low of a pullback. So any pullback could be a buying opportunity for a 1,000-point move up ahead in Ethereum. All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this develops the rest of the week. Good luck, trade well, and I'll see you in the trading room. Take care.